Okay, it's October 10th. It's a national holiday here, and just saw in the news that the Japanese government is going to be offering free vacations to 10,000 people. They're going to give free tickets to 10,000 people to come to Japan and be tourists. This is very similar to when Australia did the Best Job in the World campaign, where they had one person who was the island caretaker, and part of the publicity was just the campaign. Lots of people were interested, and they looked it up, and they found out about tourism in that area, and they applied to that one great job, the year-long caretaker. And then the other half was once someone was there, they were taking care of the island, but they were also having experiences and doing video blogs about them and writing about them and putting all this information out there for other people to see about the tourism. Japanese tourism it's not the biggest part of not the biggest industry in Japan, but it is still a pretty big industry, and there's been a dearth of tourists since the earthquake. Not just the world economy being down, but since the earthquake and with the Fukushima nuclear scare, there's been a lot less tourists here. So in the announcement from the Yomiuri Shimbun, it's going to be 10,000 free trips for people to come from what looks like all over the world to come and visit Japan. And applications are going to be online in the next few months. I'm sure you'll see something in English. If there's anything, I will post it. But you apply and you say what you want to go to Japan to do. So you have to investigate things to see in Japan beforehand. And then you have to say what you're going to do, and then part of what they expect you to do when you come here is to produce photos and online blogs and videos, document your trip, and show other people, so they increase the interest in Japan. And then they say that the trips will be within the next year, so anytime in 2012. They haven't put out any details about how long the trips are going to be, whether you apply as a single person, you get a ticket as a single person, or one person applies and they can go with a friend, so maybe they're 5,000 trips they're giving away, but it's 5,000 trips for two. In total, it says 10,000 tickets. I've only seen the Japanese post and someone's English summary, but it could be really interesting and good to have tourists coming back to Japan. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to the JET program, which is really subsidized cultural exchange on a long-term basis, and this would be short-term basis, subsidized tourism. But it should be interesting to see how the campaign comes out. We'll probably see a lot more in the news about it. I'll put a link to the article in Japanese, and there's someone's blog post summary that I saw in English, so I'll put a link to that as well. But yeah, so if you're interested, start looking up more things about Japan, and more than just anime conventions. I'm sure they want to hear things that are cultural and interesting. And there's a lot to do here. So I'll put up more information or more videos about it if I find anything else. Alright.